Have you ever wondered what a battle against the WICKED Cursa would be like? Or perhaps how wholesome a slumber party with a Luma might be? Well, you've come to the right place. You can find all that and more in this third episode. Welcome to Storytime Sessions with me as your narrator. Every story is like a warp pipe, ready to immerse us into different colorful worlds. So join me on this adventure, right by the warm fireplace of the library. I would like to take this moment to thank our Shinin' Superstar channel members, Vincent, Victor Det, LX Hearn, and many, many more. Thanks a million for your continued support. An extra thank you to LX for gifting many of our YouTube community members a channel membership. That was so sweet of you. May the stars shine down on you for your generosity. As always, these stories have been authored by our talented YouTube community. Special thanks to our writers in this episode. A Shining Adventure by Leo. Leo and Rosalina are observing stars in the Star Dome in the observatory, but found something strange. A dark but ghostly figure. It was the spirit of Cursa. What? How's this possible? It can't be. We defeated her on our last adventure with the others, cried Rosalina. Yeah, I guess the spirit is trying to get revenge on us for turning it into ashes, Leo claimed. Rosalina took off the observatory and traveled through the galaxies and the Mushroom Kingdom, of course, to pick up and alert their friends. Whoa! Rosalina? Leo? What are you guys doing here on such short notice? Questioned Mario. No time. We gotta go. No, it's not Bowser again since it's not Thursday yet. It's Tuesday. It seems to be the spirit of Cursa. Remember when we defeated her with a giant laser into ashes? Guess she's back for revenge. Oh my goodness! Well, we better call our rabbit counterparts into battle again, replied Princess Peach. 5 minutes later, the washing machine portal came back, thanks to Beepo's help, and gathered all the observatory and flew to Cursa's old hideout. About half an hour later, the gang is now in range with Cursa's hideout. Ugh! I hate that nasty creature that caused enormous chaos throughout the universe, Beepo ranted. Hey, there's the hideout, Luigi spoke. All right, let's get our blasters and defeat that ghoul, Leo shouted. Yeah, let's kick some butt, Rabid Luigi screamed. On the way, the crew are walking and running and vice versa before Cursa does anything else. Suddenly, the spirit silently took Rosalina without anyone noticing and muted her voice. Ah! Help! Help! But the crew can't hear her. Beepo shouted, Gah! Where's Rosalina? Edge replied, Huh? That's weird. We saw her earlier, but not anymore. Everything suddenly turned dark, and something huge, scary, and rumbling spoke menacingly. With, guess who? The path crumbled and Cursa took over Rosalina's body and reformed, standing tall and staring at the heroes. Leo ignites his lightsaber and said, Oh, not again! Don't worry, Rosie, we'll get you out. Surprise attack! Rabid Peach jumped into conclusions. The blasts were ineffective somehow. What? Impossible! Bowser joined in questionably. Don't you fools know I'm a spirit? Your attacks are more useless than my minions, Cursa cackled. Everyone except Leo threw their weapons and threw everything they can, but couldn't. Now, for my little game of revenge, I'll make you all pay by returning darkness, dark mess, and destroying your stupid and foolish world and kingdoms alike, Cursa growled. Guys, what should we do about this? And does anyone know where Leo is now? Beepo asked. I just want to get this over already. Can we just go home already? Rabid Rosalina whined. Mario encouraged his team to cheer up and to never stop fighting, Yet more darkness is taking more of the universe. A flick of light alerted everyone, and saw another figure, but has a green light. It was Leo. He hovered and swiped back down and whiplashed Cursa impossibly, and scooped up Rosalina out of the star-shaped heart of the spirit. And then uses the four forces, magic of friendship, path of the Jedi, awareness of the universe, and God's blessings, and beamed and destroyed Cursa once again. And never return ever again, yelled Leo in victory. Everyone celebrated and gasped with, "That was amazing!" Rosalina took a deep breath and said, "Thanks, Leo. You're the bravest hero I ever met. Thank you." The galaxies and universe were restored once again. But will the dangers return? Who knows? The End. The Princess and the Star by Great Guard L.W. It was a lovely day in the Toadstool Kingdom. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping, and Princess Peach was picking up some flowers for a few bouquets she wanted to make for her friends. Peach was humming a cheerful tune, as it was such a beautiful day, and Bowser hadn't kidnapped her in 2 weeks. Nothing could go wrong. However, as she thought that nothing could go wrong, a large structure appeared out of the sky, hurtling towards Peach at almost supersonic speed. Peach was oblivious to the danger till she saw the shadow of the structure as it grew bigger and bigger where she was. Peach looked up and let out a frightful scream, but Peach wasn't helpless. With her trusty umbrella she used in Smash Bros. Tournaments, she was able to jump out of the way and float away from the area as the structure crashed into the flower patch. After Peach floated back down, she turned and saw the crater that was formed. And lo and behold, it was a building that had fallen from the sky. Peach decided to take a closer look. Peach still had her umbrella out, in case the structure was dangerous, though it didn't appear dangerous to her. In fact, it looked cozy. The structure that had crashed was Rosalina's observatory. As Peach got closer, she saw something move. It scared her for a second, as she didn't know what it was, but she bravely went forward. As she got closer, she got a better look at the creature. And it was an adorable little star, a Luma. Peach gushed at its cuteness and put her umbrella away. "Hello, little star," she said, before realizing it could be hurt. She checked the star for injuries, but found none, so she relaxed again and smiled. The Luma looked at Peach and seemed to smile as well, though it didn't have a mouth. The Luma started to float to Peach and made cute noises as it flew around her, which made Peach giggle. "Well, little star, you seem to be full of surprises. And on behalf of the Toadstool Kingdom, welcome to our planet," Peach said, before looking at the crash again. "May I ask what happened?" Peach said to the Luma. The Luma made some noises before turning back to the crashed observatory with a glare. It flied to some rubble and pulled out a blue Luma. Again, the Luma said, with a crazed expression. The yellow Luma looked at its friend with a look of anger, as Luma-Lee had crashed the observatory into another planet. Peach walked to Luma-Lee and the Luma. "Oh dear, are you all right?" she asked Luma-Lee. "Yes, the rushing blood to my head is most invigorating," said Luma-Lee. Peach looked to the yellow Luma, and it made gestures to Luma-Lee to communicate to Peach that he was crazy. "Are there any more of you guys?" Peach asked the two Lumas. As she said that, more Lumas appeared out of the observatory. "Oh my! Seems you all live in this place," Peach said with some concern. Given the state of the observatory, the Lumas all nodded. "Don't worry. My toads and friends can rebuild your home. a mean turtle attacks my kingdom on an almost weekly basis, so they're very experienced at rebuilding," Peach said with a smile to the Lumas to give them assurances that they'll be okay. "In the meantime, you guys can stay in my castle till your home is fixed." "Oh, we can even have a slumber party," Peach said excited. The Lumas cheered at the mention of a slumber party. And, given Peach looked a lot like Mother, they trusted her and followed her to her castle. Peach and the Lumas had a wonderful slumber party in her castle as Toad and the Mario Bros repaired the Comet Observatory. As they were fixing the observatory, Rosalina appeared. The Mario Bros took her to Peach's castle. When Rosalina arrived at the castle, she found Peach singing lullabies to the sleeping Lumas. Rosalina smiled at the scene. She walked to Peach and greeted her. Peach did the same. And the two had a long chat about their worlds and more. The end. Ruby That Dodged an Explosion by Marina Ballerina. They're gone? Mimi gasped, staring at the scorched ground where the princesses once stood. Rubies were embedded in the walls, and a magical cloud still lingered in the air. In a desperate move, Princess Peach had used Rosalina's defective star wand, but the spell backfired. Mimi stood frozen. Sure, she wanted revenge for her torn dress, but she hadn't meant for them to vanish entirely. Her shell phone rang. It was Nastasia, former minion of Count Black, heartbroken ever since his disappearance with Lady Timpani. Mimi, still stunned, answered. What is it, Nasty?" "I've really messed things up." A guilty sigh came from the other end. "Mimi, I ripped your dress." Mimi's eyes widened. Peach hadn't done it after all. She'd lashed out for nothing, and now the princesses were gone. "But why?" she demanded. "I was just so sad," Nastasia confessed. "The dress reminded me of the one Count Black gave me. I couldn't help it. I destroyed it." Mimi clenched her fists, then exhaled. "It's okay, Nasty. A true fashionista delegates sewing anyway. But we need to talk to Ochunks about your depression. It's hurting more than your style." Nastasia, touched, thanked her repeatedly. Mimi then explained the princess's disappearance and urged her to come to the castle. They had work to do. Mimi hung up and approached the fading cloud. She knelt, trying to make sense of the failed spell. If it had misfired, there'd be chaos, not lingering magic, especially with a broken wand. Something sparkled nearby. Shiny things always drew Mimi in. She spotted a glowing crack in midair, like a tear in reality. She touched it. Instantly, the crack pulsed and multiplied, like the teapot she'd shattered earlier. Then boom! It exploded. Castle windows shattered. Toads fled in panic. Mimi shifted into another dimension just in time to avoid the blast. Back in 2D, she gasped. Cracks covered the castle walls, and above Peach's throne, a black portal began to form. It looked eerily like the Void, from long ago. The rumbling grew louder. Mimi braced herself for a monster, but instead, a small glowing butterfly emerged, drifting gently to the throne. It shimmered orange to blue, its wings sharp but serene. The portal vanished behind it. Mimi stared, heart pounding. It looked familiar. It was Tippy's form. Tippy, Lady Timpani, who once helped Mario defeat Count Black and who vanished with him afterward. Mimi stepped forward. "Is it you, Lady Timpani? Did you bring the Count?" Silence. Then a chilling laugh. Timpani? No. I'm Lady Ectora, the butterfly screeched, flapping its wings furiously. A storm swirled around it as it began to shift form. Meanwhile, Penelope? Peach? Am I Peach? She floated in a haze of rubies and lemon tea. Peach, dear, wake up! I'm a princess, she mumbled. I decide when I wake up. Peach, wake up! Ah! She screamed, jolting upright. Her hands trembled as she gasped for breath. Daisy was beside her, hand on her shoulder, holding a broken wand in the other. Peach turned toward a heavy sigh. Rosalina sat silently, eyes fixed on the floor. We escaped that mess, she said quietly. But the one we're in is even worse. To be continued. Peach's Redemption by Arctic Phoenix 27. The princesses joined the National Football League. Peach joined the Miami Dolphins as a wide receiver. She made the team as a slot receiver. Rosalina joined the Arizona Cardinals as their starting tight end, and Daisy shined as the star receiver for the Cleveland Browns. Peach unfortunately suffered a career-altering injury during Game 4 of her rookie season, ending her season and altering her NFL career. Oh, my hip! My career could be over! Princess Peach cried. While Peach is recovering from her injury, Daisy and Rosalina were squaring off in the Super Bowl with their star quarterbacks from the Fairy Tale Guild, Lucy Hartfilia, with the Cardinals, and Ezra Scarlett, with the Cleveland Browns, leading the charge. The Cardinals won the Super Bowl with Peach looking on. After the game, Rosalina reached out to Peach and asked her if she wanted to join the Cardinals, if she was healthy enough. Peach nodded and said, I will be ready. In the off-season, the Cardinals signed Peach to be their number 3 receiver, behind Larry Fitzgerald and new free agent Braylon Edwards. During the season, Peach shined through the season, catching passes and helping the team move down the field. Eventually, the Browns and Cardinals would meet in a regular season in a Super Bowl rematch, in which the Cardinals won. Unfortunately for Daisy and the Browns, their star quarterback, Ezra Scarlett, was injured and out for the year, leading to their collapse and missing the playoffs. Meanwhile, Peach would continue to make her mark on the Cardinals, making chunk plays and helping their team win games. Her impact opened the offense, and it helped open the field for other players like Rosalina. The end. The Tiger and the Three Princesses by Juan Torres. Juan, a tiger with glowing red eyes, wore a red hoodie, gray pants, and red and white shoes. One day, he used his magic pencil to open a portal to the Mushroom Kingdom. He was thrilled. He couldn't wait to meet the princesses, and especially Mayor Pauline. When Juan arrived, he spotted Princess Peach, Daisy, and Rosalina having tea together. Filled with excitement, he introduced himself. Hello, my dear fellow princesses. My name is Juan Torres. I come from my AU and got here using this magic pencil. Peach smiled. Nice to meet you, Juan. Daisy chimed in. Aren't you just the sweetest? Rosalina added, would you like to hang out with us? Juan's eyes sparkled with joy. Yes! Their first stop was Dave & Buster's, where they played games. Juan teamed up with Peach against Daisy and Rosalina. Though Juan's team lost, everyone had fun, and the winners were warmly congratulated. Next came a relaxing visit to the spa. They wore cucumber slices on their eyes, mud masks on their faces, and towels on their heads as they soaked in bubble baths. Later, they danced the night away at a disco. You girls have amazing dance moves, Juan said. Thank you, Juan, Peach replied. Yeah!
"We've been working out," Daisy added. "And training as smash fighters," said Rosalina. They also enjoyed a beach day, laughing and splashing in the waves. At their cookout, Juan grilled burgers for everyone. These are delicious," Peach said. "You're a great cook," Daisy added, "but I could have done better." Juan laughed. "My mom and dad taught me how to cook." To end the day, they went skydiving. While the princesses had parachutes, Juan had something special. He removed his jacket, which expanded and let him glide down like a parachute. "Wow, cool, Juan," Peach said. "Very creative, dude," Daisy agreed. "Thanks, girls." They ended the day sitting together on a hill, watching the sunset. Juan sighed. "This has been the best day ever." "Thanks, Juan," Peach said. "You're always welcome to hang out with us," Rosalina added. "I wish it could last forever," Juan said quietly. "What do you mean?" Juan opened up. "Back home, I live with my rowdy family. My parents argue a lot, and my sister gets into bad moods. It scares me and makes me feel alone." Peach gently replied, "Oh, Juan, it's okay. Families argue sometimes. That's just life." "Yeah," said Daisy. "Me and Peach argue all the time, but we're still besties." Rosalina added, "Once I yelled at them for hiding the cosmic tape, and even called them witches. But we made up and became closer." "You see, Juan," Peach said, "it's okay to be upset sometimes. What matters is that you're not alone." "We've got your back," Daisy said. "Because we love you," Rosalina finished. Juan smiled, teary-eyed. "Aw, thanks, girls. Your support makes my heart grow." They all shared a warm group hug. Suddenly, Bowser appeared, ready to kidnap Peach, but Juan stepped forward, not to fight, but to hug Bowser and speak to him with kindness and confidence. Touched by the gesture, Bowser changed his mind and left peacefully. The princesses were stunned. "Juan, that was amazing," Peach said. "Yeah, how did you stop him without fighting?" Daisy asked. Juan grinned. "He reminded me of those big preschool kids who just needed a hug. Plus, I've learned a lot from wise people on TV." "Thanks for everything, Juan," said Peach. "Come visit anytime," added Daisy. "Can I have a reward?" Juan asked playfully. Rosalina smiled. "Of course, anything for our hero." Peach kissed his left cheek, Daisy his right, and Rosalina kissed his forehead. Juan blushed and waved goodbye. As the princesses returned home, Juan had one last stop. He used his magic pencil to travel to New Donk City, where he met Mayor Pauline and told her he was her biggest fan. As a gift, he gave her a shiny new saxophone. Pauline was touched. She kissed Juan on the cheek and played a beautiful jazz melody outside City Hall. The crowd loved it, and Juan tossed her a rose in appreciation. In the end, Juan made 4 unforgettable friends: the 3 princesses and the mayor of New Donk City. The end. That was so beautiful! Our authors were really cooking and serving in this episode. If you like stories like these, be sure to like and subscribe for more, okay? And I'll see you back here at the Comet Observatory Library next time. Ta-ta!